When we run away, I bring my mom diary, yeah, which is writing in Spanish. So I don't know exactly about my life. I don't have picture of my parents. I just have my mom diary in Spanish. So that's keep me to motivated to me. One day I need to go to school, and then one day I need to translate this my mom diary, so I know my background, so I know who is my father, I know who is my family.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Seven Stones podcast. Today we have with us a guest as part of our ongoing series, Humans of Bali. It's a series where we dive into deep conversations with diverse individuals and topics that forms Bali's authenticity. Joining me today is Peter James Sahertian. Peter has quite an interesting origin story. Originally born in East Timor, he never met his father or his Peruvian mother. He spent some time in an orphanage before ending up in the streets of Jakarta. His journey is an inspiring one, filled with perseverance and kindness. He has been in Bali for the past 10 years.
Yes.
And now operates an online eco-conscious business, maintains an informative social media presence while feeding street kids around the island and taking care of a few dogs on the side. I don't want to reveal too much because I believe Peter has a lot of incredible things to say about his story, so let's get to it. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Tia.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you.
So,
What have you been up to these past few days?
yeah, just busy with my project, Changu Info and PG collection and a lot of things, with the dog as well.
That's how you've been keeping busy in these isolated times?
Yes, exactly.
All right, so why not, for the audience out here, tell us a little bit about your background. I mentioned a bit about your parents. Maybe you can talk about who they were and what happened and all that.
Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Peter James. I was born in East Timor, 1984. And then my father is from East Timor. And then my mom is from Peruvian. Sorry, my mom from Peru. She is a Peruvian. And then my father passed away before I was born, in the same day when I was born. So in the morning my father passed away, and the night I was born, waiting for my mom to get in birth of me because heart attack. And then 7 months later my mom passed away as well because complication like tetanus in East Timor. And then from that moment I grew up in sometime in East Timor in orphanage until I was 7 years old. Then when I was 7 years old, me and 7 boys, we ran away, we jumped to the boat, and then we end up a few weeks later, and then we end up in Jakarta. That's my life is started as a street kid.
So you spent a week on a boat, ended up in Jakarta.
Right.
And then what did you do when you got there?
I became a beggar, of course, first time. Well, first time when we arrived in Jakarta, all of us is very excited because we were thinking this is America, this is somewhere else, and then people start talking in Bahasa, and okay, it's still Indonesia. No, but it's okay. At least we are far away from East Timor.
Yeah.
And then I start to become a beggar, asking the money in the street because I'm the youngest one from everyone at the time.
Did you all stay together?
We stay together. We all stay together because they promised to me they will look after me in the street, because at that night, before we went to Jakarta, I don't want to go to Jakarta because I'm afraid, because I don't have anyone in my life. I'm afraid, what should I eat? Where should I go? Where should I stay? But one of them said, make sure that we will looking after you, because I was still 7 years old at the time.
Still very young.
Yeah, very young and still a lot of afraid, doubt about everything. Yeah.
So what did you do while you were begging on the streets, and how did you build yourself up, and what was life like in that situation?
Yeah, honestly, life is like hell, yeah. Like because when you live in the street, you should be like it's a jungle law, yeah. Who's the strongest one? He will be survive. So, but I'm lucky I have a friends there, yeah. Like not all the time, but they are bigger than me. So I start as a beggar, and then I get money from at the time, and then we share together the money to eat together. And then I went to the market in Block M, and then I met with this old lady, Nenek, yeah, and she sell peanut in the small packets, plastic. And then I'm talking with I talked with her, and I said, can I help you to sell it outside? Because he's really old and nobody want to buy his peanut. And then he said, of course you can. And then he said, she give it to me one packet, 25 rupiah.
25 rupiah.
At the time.
Okay.
25 rupiah, and then I sell again, I resell the peanut, 50. So 25 back to the
woman.
The woman, and then 25 for me to eat. That I start my life. The natural surviving, instinct to survive. So I think that's my entrepreneur
Business
sense,
mindset.
business mindset that's building from like resell other people product,
Right.
and then that's what I'm doing until today, actually.
Yeah, that's cool. So it started when you were really young.
Yeah, that's because my life, like I need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because every day was kind of survival.
Yeah. Survival mode. Sometimes you eat from the garbage, sometimes because not every day people buy peanut, of course. Yeah. So I need to be creative. I have to thinking what should I do, what should I make for the next day.
Were there moments when you just briefly mentioned that sometimes you had to eat from the garbage?
Exactly.
Was that
I went to in the back of the restaurant like KFC or big restaurant in Jakarta, and then I look for the leftover food or like chicken.
Yeah, like the hardest days, I would assume.
Yeah.
When everything is just.
Yeah, and sometimes when I was in the lowest point in my life, that's why I took trying to kill myself.
Right. Because I assume it's really.
It's really
tough.
hard because it's really tough because you know that you don't have anyone in your life, and then but you need to survive in the same time, and then you don't have anyone to talk. Like if you have family, if something happened to you can talk. But for me at the time, I cannot talk with my friends because we dealing with the same situation. So they always said, okay, deal with it.
So what was your mindset at that moment in those low points? What drove you to?
I need to survive.
Right.
Because, when I was kids, people called me like a monkey, because I was different. And that's hit me a lot. And then I want to prove to people that, okay, now you call me monkey, but one day you can see me as a person with the proper eyes,
Right.
So that makes me drive me, and when we run away, I bring my mom diary, which is writing in Spanish. So I don't know exactly about my life. I don't have picture of my parents. I just have my mom diary in Spanish. So this keep me motivated to me. One day I need to go to school, and then one day I need to translate this my mom diary, so I know my background, so I know who is my father, I know who is my family, with my mom necklace, which is Jewish.
Yeah.
I didn't wear it today because I put in safety, because
nice.
It's broken a little bit.
Okay, so you're keeping it safe.
Yeah, keeping it safe with the diary.